Hello and howdy. I'm Mushmallow and you're you. Hello, you. And we're here at Dark and Creepy Diamond Painting with a Christmas holiday premiere. Yay! How exciting! So I thought it might be fun to bring you guys along kind of vlog style and experience a day in the life of the Dark and Creepy fam over a holiday break. We've got the kids here, Sundown's baking cookies, and I have some whips and some handcrafted projects that I want to make. And I want to bring you guys along with me, and we're going to share some stories, we're going to share some art, we're going to share some drills, and yeah, so let's clean all this up and go find out what the kids are doing, because I heard a rumor that we were going to be playing some holiday games. Yay! So one of our family traditions for Christmas is we like to play a game together. Here's the fam, all the kids are here. We've got Leah, Sundown, future Mrs. Stoner Down, and Stoner Down, including the big kid right there. And so, well, what do you think, you guys? Do you want to play Monopoly or Uno? Leah?
Scream! I love Stumacher.
Okay, Scream. What about you, Sundown?
Psycho Killer.
Psycho Killer. Oh, yes. Another good traditional one. What do you got, Abby? Oh, phase 10. Okay, I'm sorry. Anyway, Gabe, what about you? A real choice?
Murder.
All right. Well, we're going to pick one. Maybe we'll play them all. Bye. Bye.
I'm going to write about murder.
Oh, gosh. All right, Sundown. So we're putting cookies in?
Yes.
Holiday cookies in our holiday Christmas sweater, our ugly Christmas sweater.
Don't be looking.
I'm not going to look. I'm not going to look. So how long do we have?
About 9 minutes.
All right, let's see what kind of trouble we can get into. And here we are back at the crafting table. And when the mister says, hey, you've got time to craft, who am I to say no thank you? So here is a collection of all my spare round drills currently. And what I thought we could do is I wanted to share with you like a craft that I like to do with my spare drills, especially at the end of the year as we move in to a new year from an old year, maybe clear out some things, and as a bonus, make some pretty interesting home decorations or Christmas gifts. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of these jars. Check these out. They're almost like old school salt and pepper shakers, but without the holes in the top. They're screw top jars and they have decorations. This one has little nutcrackers. This one has a Christmas tree. And as you can see here, I got them for $1 at the dollar store. So nice and cheap. And what I thought I'd do is make a jar for my friends to give them as, part of their little Christmas gift. And I'll put colors in them that are spares that I won't be using this year because the year's almost over and will suit them aesthetically. But also, let me show you my balls. Get your mind out of the gutter. I was talking about my Christmas ornament balls. Shame. But here are some I've been working on throughout the course of the year that I can give for, they're Christmas ornament balls. These are glass ones, just the standard round. But I'm doing various colors. So I've got like a camo one here, a black and red. We've got a maroon tone, teal, black, white, gray, orange and blue, because I'm from Illinois. Go Fighting Illini. Purple. Another kind of camo situation here. Pink, black, and white here. A blue toned one, and my favorite color, some brown toned with cream in here. But I want some more Christmassy themed ones. But it's an idea. If you have spare drills and you don't really know what you want to do with them, you could get these. I got these at Hobby Lobby for $7.99, and I'm pretty sure I got them last year at the post-Christmas clearance. And the only thing you have to worry about is these can get pretty heavy when you fill them with drills, and they are glass. So what I would recommend doing is once you have them filled, making sure you maybe glue the cap on so that it stays nice and sturdy and doesn't fall off. But it's one option that you can do. Another thought is maybe when you're done with a diamond painting, if you don't want to keep spare drills, but you have extras at the end of your diamond painting, you could get something like this and use those spare drills from your kit and say, like this one, let's say I just did a diamond painting of Medusa, for example, and I take all of her spare drills and I put them in here, and this would be the Medusa ball. This one would represent my Medusa canvas, and it's kind of like a thumbnail sticker, but in a physical drill representative form. Just some fun ideas, but I want to show you the other kind of balls I got. My daughter picked up for me, and we're going to make one of those for some of my special friends too. Be right back. So in here, this is a Joann's bag. My daughter does work as a manager at a Joann's, so yay. Hello, employee discount. But she told me that she saw these plastic ornaments in her store and they were on sale, buy one, get 3 free. So this entire bag of fun-shaped plastic ornaments was only $12 for all of these. Look at that. So we got some M&M shaped ones and we have some Christmas bulb ones. So let's go ahead and get started. What I'm going to do is pick out the colors from here, and I'm going to pick colors for each of my friends that I think they'll like, and we'll start filling these up and have a little chat while we do and wait for some cookies. Okay, you guys, so I did pick out some colors. I have some of the Tic Tacs from the containers I showed you, and then some baggies of like the Tic Tac overflow. So like overflow, and I'm ready to get started on a couple ornament gifts for my friends. So let's sit down and dive in. If you're curious what I'm going to be using to pour into the containers, the ornaments and jars, I'm going to be using these handy little trays from Ephemera 3D, my favorite tray shop. They sent me over some of these Christmas trays and they're so cute. They do have a detachable funnel situation that you can replace with a little wall if you want to use this as storage as well. But look at the details in here, the colored lines that match the Christmas tree, and then we've got the snowflake one with the snowflake line. So this is what we'll be using to pour. And Sundown, have we gotten Mike anything for Christmas yet?
No, not yet.
Not yet? I'll make Mikey a little ornament. Let's go. Now, I happen to know my friend Mikey likes pumpkins, and this M&M shaped ornament seems very pumpkin-esque to me. Ooh, a sharp little thingy. So let's use this one for Mikey. Now, the colors that speak to me with Mikey, I'd say 310, some black, and he's a big fan of orange, a variety of oranges. So we do have some oranges. I think we'll go ahead and add those in as well. These just scream Mikey to me. And maybe a little bit of white. Let's see how it looks. Let's put one together and see how it goes. Voila, look at that. A customized ornament gift. Just wanted to give you kind of an idea of what you could do with like one of these M&M shaped plastic ones. You could get like some maybe epoxy or resin and fill in the rest and then kind of shake it up and have them suspend like a snow globe situation. Wouldn't that be cool? Maybe next year. So the next one I want to do, I think, is going to be this light shaped ornament. Sundown.
Yes.
Did Fred get a gift yet?
No.
No, we need to get something for Fred. Now for Fred, Fred screams green and red to me. I really feel like he likes the danker greens and the bloodier reds. So I think that that's what we'll do for Fred. Let's go ahead and start. Like, look at that. That is a really dark green. It's a really dark, I don't know, kind of like a dark sweater green, maybe. I really like that. Like, I am making the hugest mess known to mankind right now, and that's okay because that's what we have Sundown for, is the pickup after. Got one stuck on the top. There we go. Let's pour this in now. This one is smaller. Get in there. This one's smaller, so it's probably not going to take as many drills to fill up, but who knows? This could be being deceiving. All right, so we've got our dank green, and he does love a more like maybe maroony burgundy red. So let's go ahead and put that in there for him too. And we'll actually just kind of pour all of these in here. So we'll add some of that in there and kind of see how this goes. Put this in here. Don't worry, I know you're looking top down. You can't see very well yet, but we'll get there. We'll get there. And then let's do some more of the green, dank green. Let's layer that in there. We need some more red in there. I think my friends are really gonna like these personalized gifts. Oh yeah, look at that. Yay! And then let's do some of the really, really dark green at the top. And I don't know who I'm kidding. I'm probably just gonna, mix it all in anyway, but that's all right. I feel like I want a little more red represented in here. So let's do it to it. Let's get it in there. There we go. A little bit. We don't have much room left in here. My friend Fred doesn't really strike me as a Christmas kind of season guy, but his ornament looks pretty traditionally Christmas. But here it is. Look, you guys. We made a personalized light kind of strand one, and we can shake it up and mix all the colors together. We just have a nice, fun, personalized, handmade ornament gift. Love it. Look at that. That one's perfect for Fred. We have someone else that I need to get a gift for. Sundown.
Yes.
Has Jay gotten anything from us yet? No. Let me go ahead and make something for Jay. Farm Fresh Christmas trees. He does live in a forest area, like a forested area. And so I think that he would really appreciate like this Farm Fresh tree sort of inference situation. So let me clear a little space here, get the colors that we don't need out of the way. Now, my friend Jay, short for Jason, my friend Jason, he strikes me as more of like a blue and white and gray lover. So let's start off with how about some darker, like, I don't know, murky lake blue? Liking that, right? Abso-freaking-lutely. Loving that. So let's get that in there. And let's put some of this like more mid-tone watery blue in there too. Kind of mix that up, make it look kind of, I don't know, reminiscent of lake water, because he does love to go camping, my friend Jay. And I think he'll appreciate the reference to some murky lake water situation, right? Oh, look at that. Kind of mix it up together. Maybe add some gray in here, some like foam gray. You know how sometimes lake water, it's that little like fog in the air, that lake fog effect, or some foam on the top there. Do some gray, misty type of situation here. Let's add some like hockey mask off-white. What do you think? I just see this color and it just screams hockey mask. I think that he will really appreciate that. So here we go. We have a little bit more room. I want to top it off with this lake water blue. Some more of this lake water blue. I'm really digging this like inky lake water blue. Now I noticed that I don't have a lot of space left in here, so I'm going to try to fill it. And hopefully not go over, but we'll see. Now, we didn't get through all our drills, but guys, I've got more friends to make ornaments for, so it'll be fine. I will get rid of all of these spare drills. Did I actually? Oh my gosh. Perfection. I got it right to the top, you guys. And here, this is what I'm talking about with the gradation like this. I love it. I think this is the perfect custom handmade homemade gift for my friend Jay. All right. Did you like these ideas? Do any of you do this? Fill these little jars or little ornaments with your spare drills. So we've got Jay, we've got Fred, and we have Mikey. All my friends now have gifts homemade with love. Let's go check on the cookies. Sundown.
Yes.
How are the cookies coming?
They are still cooking.
Okay, so I have some more time?
Yeah, you got a little bit.
Now, we're like a lot of other families. We like to look back at photos and family photos and memories and stuff like that. But I won't bore you with my old family photos. But as diamond painters, we have sort of a photo album of things that we've done in the past. And I want to show you what diamond paintings I painted last Christmas and share that with you. Let's take a look. Now, I do have these in a portfolio, so there might be a little bit of glare, and I'm sorry, but this is the first one I did last year for Christmas. This was a portrait of our friend Fred, and as you can see, he's getting all festive. He's got his Christmas hat here and his Christmas lights, and he's got a wreath around here and some nutcracker friends. Isn't that nice? And now maybe you can see why the ornaments I made for him had some like danker greens and reds in there for him. He looks fantastic. And here are a couple more that I did last year for Christmas. This is our friend Mike. And as you can see here, he also has a Christmas hat with a string of lights around, a wreath, and some nutcrackers here. He's not photogenic. He was not like really excited to pose for the base art for this. And so like, you never catch Mike smiling. It's crazy. And here is our friend Jay, or Jason, as you might know him. And he is decked out for the holidays as well with his Christmas hat and his light strings, the wreath here, and his nutcrackers. And I think we did a good job with his coloring too, with his handmade ornament, because he's got blues, grays in here as well. And we did do that for him. I think he's gonna love it. Isn't that great? And then we already got GF his Christmas gift, so I didn't make him an ornament or anything this year, but we got him something a little bit different, a new candy cane. But here's Ghostface in his hat with his lights, and he's got his little candy cane there and a Christmas wreath and nutcrackers as well. Isn't that nice? And then I finished off the season, said goodbye to last year with this final diamond painting of the season and of the year, in fact. And yeah, did a portrait of our friend the Grinch. He's saying goodbye in his own way. And he's got his Christmas wreath here and a nice little snarky smirk. We have some more time to kill. Why don't we go ahead and do something together that I like to do on my channel? I do like to do a series on my channel called Tales from the Whipped, where I work on a work in progress, and instead of a normal kind of standard whip and chat, I like to tell a story. And who doesn't tell stories in the Christmas holidays, right? See, just like every other normal family, we also like to tell stories. And I've prepared one for you. So why don't you grab a whip and settle in, maybe get a snack and a drink, and I'll work on a work in progress and tell you a story. Let's go. Welcome to Tales from the Whipped Holiday Edition. I'm Mushmallow, your narrator, and today you'll be seeing on the screen some horror icon release papers from Bee's Crafty Corner on Etsy, some mini pens from Flower Design on Etsy. That is where the tray is from as well, and we are using Alien Putty in the peppermint scent. The whip today is a mystery kit by Rokkari at rokkari-dpa.com. And now, with that out of the way, we can get on with today's tale. I have for you a holiday true crime case, and the names have been changed to protect the family and victims' privacy. Today's tale is called The Suburban Siege. In a tranquil Chicago suburb, the winter holidays were underway. The Callister family, a bustling household of 11, prepared for an extravagant trip to Paris. Amid the chaos of packing and organizing for their international departure, one critical oversight would lead to a shocking chain of events that turned a peaceful neighborhood into the scene of a crime saga. On the morning of December 22nd, 1990, the Callister household buzzed with activity. Children squabbled, parents scrambled to finalize arrangements, and relatives gathered, creating a perfect storm of confusion. Amid this chaos, Devin Callister, the youngest member of the family at just 8 years old, found himself unfairly punished and sent to sleep in the attic the night before their flight. As the family rushed to catch their plane, a miscount during roll call left Devin's absence unnoticed. He awoke to an eerily quiet home, realizing that he had been forgotten. At first, Devin embraced this newfound independence, indulging in forbidden treats and watching movies unsuitable for his age. However, his excitement soon turned to apprehension as strange occurrences around the neighborhood caught his attention. Lights flickered in vacant houses, unfamiliar vehicles idled on quiet streets, and shadowy figures prowled under the cover of darkness. Meanwhile, the Callisters were mid-flight before they discovered their grave mistake. A frantic effort to return home was thwarted again and again by the logistical challenges of international travel and the busy holiday season. Devin's mother, Kate Callister, managed to book a return flight, but faced numerous delays, leaving Kevin alone for several days. Unbeknownst to the Callisters, their neighborhood had been targeted by a pair of career criminals. Harry Lime and Marv Merchants, later dubbed the Wet Bandits, for their signature calling card of leaving faucets running in homes that they burglarized, had been casing the area for weeks. With most families leaving for the holidays, the Callister residence, a sprawling, lavish home, was their ultimate target. The criminals believed the house was vacant, but Devin quickly became aware of their intentions. Eyewitnesses and store clerks would later describe Devin as a resourceful child, seen purchasing items like duct tape, rope, groceries, items that, in retrospect, hinted at his preparations for a confrontation ahead. Security footage from a local hardware store even captured Devin asking questions about tools and equipment that would later feature prominently in his defense. Observers noted the peculiar determination of such a young boy moving with purpose through all the aisles. On Christmas Eve, Lime and Merchants made their first attempt to enter the McAllister home. What they did not expect was the array of defensive measures waiting for them. Devin, utilizing an impressive degree of ingenuity for an 8-year-old, had turned his home into a fortress. Police records and forensic reports would later detail the booby traps set by Devin. They included heated doorknobs, strategically placed nails, and tripwires. One of the most infamous traps involved a blowtorch rigged to ignite when the door was opened and caused burns to Lime's scalp. Another involved broken ornaments scattered under a window, which left Merchants severe cuts on his feet. The traps inflicted injuries such as bruises, lacerations, and fractures as the pair repeatedly attempted entry. Kevin's plan also incorporated psychological tactics like loud noises, sudden flashes, and mannequins rigged to appear as moving figures. These methods sowed confusion and fear among the intruders, demonstrating a remarkable understanding of intimidation tactics. Despite their injuries, Lime and Merchants were determined to breach the house. Their persistence escalated the situation as they attempted to outwit Devon's traps, only to find themselves ensnared time and time again. In one instance, Lime narrowly avoided a paint can swinging from the staircase, only to slip on icy stairs moments later. Merchants, meanwhile, was caught in a glue-covered floor that immobilized him long enough for Devon to reset another trap. The criminal's desperation led to increasingly reckless actions, including breaking windows and using tools to dismantle barricades. Eventually, the pair succeeded in cornering Devon. However, the boy managed to evade them through a series of daring maneuvers, including ziplining to a neighboring property. From there, Devon placed a 911 call, providing critical information that would lead to the apprehension of the intruders. His calm demeanor during the call, despite the intense situation, was later noted by dispatchers as remarkable for someone his age. When law enforcement arrived on the scene, they found Lime and Merchants subdued and trapped in Devon's final round of improvised devices. Officers noted the surprising effectiveness of the young boy's tactics, which rendered the pair incapable of escape. A subsequent search of the premises revealed the full extent of Devon's preparations, leaving investigators both stunned and impressed. Harry Lime and Marv Merchants were arrested on site and faced numerous charges, including attempted burglary, breaking and entering, and assault. Court proceedings revealed their extensive criminal history, leading to lengthy prison sentences. Their defense attorneys argued that they had been, quote, victims of excessive force, end quote, but the overwhelming evidence of their intent to commit multiple felonies undermined these claims. The court's ruling emphasized that the pair's injuries were a direct result of their illegal activities. The Callister parents faced scrutiny for their negligence in leaving Devon behind. While Child Protective Services did open an investigation, no charges were filed as the incident was deemed an accident. Nonetheless, the case sparked widespread debate about parental responsibility and the safety of children during the holiday season. Public opinion remained divided, with some accusing the parents of gross irresponsibility and others sympathizing with the challenges of managing a large family. The events at the Callister home became a media sensation. Devon's actions were hailed as heroic by some, while others questioned the psychological impact of such an ordeal on a child. Experts debated about whether his ability to fend off the intruders stemmed from innate resourcefulness or sheer desperation. Child psychologists warned that such an experience could have long-term effects, though Devon's family described him as resilient and remarkably upbeat in the aftermath. Devon himself remained largely out of the public eye following the incident. Reports suggest that he underwent counseling to process the trauma, though family members described him as returning to normal life relatively quickly. The family, however, made significant changes to their travel procedures, ensuring that such an oversight would never happen again. The Wet Bandits case became a cautionary tale and a point of urban legend in suburban communities. The audacious crime and the young boy's clever defense against seasoned criminals remained a unique story of survival and ingenuity. Even decades later, the events continue to captivate the imagination, immortalized as an extraordinary example of a child's will to protect his home at all costs. The Callister case inspired numerous adaptations in pop culture, from television reenactments to films loosely based on the events. These portrayals often exaggerated certain aspects of the story for dramatic or comedic effect, but they never failed to capture the public's fascination with Devon's resourcefulness. Books and documentaries explored the psychological and legal angles of the case, cementing its place in true crime history. In recent years, investigative journalists have delved deeper into the circumstances surrounding the case, revealing new insights into Devon's preparations and the missteps of law enforcement during the initial response. Some speculate that Devon's ability to withstand such pressure at a young age reflects underlying traits of resilience, often seen in extraordinary individuals. Devon Callister's legacy as a suburban hero persists, serving as a reminder of the extraordinary capabilities of ordinary individuals, even a child. The story of the suburban siege has left an indelible mark, proving that even in the face of overwhelming odds, the human spirit and a clever mind can prevail. Well, you guys, what did you think of the first story? What a crazy true crime! Have you heard of that story before? It was all over the TV decades ago. I remember it. And, keep seeing things about it every couple years after the case. We'd see a little bit more about it. Things would pop up. But definitely do let me know in live chat or in the comments below if you've heard that story before. It sounds like the cookies aren't quite done yet, but soon, my friends, soon. I think we have time for another story, if you don't mind indulging me. I do have another tale for you. And yes, this is another holiday true crime story, but I don't know, hopefully you're like me and have an affinity for true crime and diamond painting, because I do. I love listening to true crime and diamond painting. So here's our next tale. It is called The Holiday Heist, The Case of the Peak Point Plunderer. And as with the last tale, names have been changed to protect the identity of the people involved. So here we go. On the frosty morning of December 25th, the idyllic town of Cheerstown awoke not to the joyous laughter of children unwrapping presents, but to the kind of silence that usually accompanies crime scene investigations. The homes of every single resident had been mercilessly ransacked, their cherished Christmas treasures gone without a trace. Trees were stripped bare, stockings left limp, and even the roasts intended to anchor their holiday feast were brazenly pilfered. What unfolded next would go down in history as one of the most bizarre and unexpectedly heartwarming criminal cases ever recorded. While Cheerstown was left scratching its collective head, suspicion quickly fell on Grumple, the notorious recluse of Peak Point. Imagine the unholy offspring of like a feral cat and a midlife crisis. And that's Grumple. He was known for having like green hair, kind of patchy at best, and his penchant for muttering obscenities about joy and noise. Grumple was the kind of neighbor whose HOA complaints came in triplicate. Grumple's home, which some referred to as almost like a lair-like house, was a damp, cave-like looking structure perched high atop Peak Point, and it was described by locals as, quote, a hoarder's nest, but for someone who actively hates all the things that they hoard, end quote. Living with only his pet goat, Maximus, for company, Grumple had always been the stuff of local legend. However, no one expected that he would take his disdain for the holiday season to such criminal heights. In the dead of night on Christmas Eve, Grumple executed a heist so audacious that it bordered on absurd. Disguising himself in a makeshift Santa suit that looked like it had been stitched together during a blackout, he rigged Maximus to a rickety sled and descended upon Cheerstown like a festively themed apocalypse. Witnesses later described hearing thuds on their roofs, but most dismissed the noise as Santa or a rogue raccoon. Grumple broke into homes with surgical precision, if surgical precision meant breaking a lot of stuff along the way. He pilfered everything: gifts, tinsel, ornaments, and even food. He even took the crumbs that the mice had been eating because, in his own words, quote, "Why not? They deserve to suffer too," end quote. His piece de resistance was hauling entire Christmas trees out of homes, their toppers still blinking feebly as he dragged them through the snow. By morning, a trail of destruction led investigators straight to Peak Point. Sled tracks in the snow wound upward and were dotted with bits of ribbon, shattered ornaments, and what appeared to be gravy stains. At the top, authorities discovered Grumple's cave, a veritable crime den filled with stolen goods, crumpled decorations, and a goat that looked like it had given up on life sometime around Arbor Day. The scene was so absurd that one officer reportedly muttered, quote, "This feels less like a crime and more like a cry for help." As the town gathered to mourn their stolen Christmas, Grumple stood at the summit of Peak Point, basking in his triumph. That is, until he heard something peculiar, a sound that froze him in his tracks. It wasn't the wailing or the gnashing of teeth he had anticipated. Instead, the townsfolk were singing. Yeah. Despite their material losses, the residents of Cheerstown had gathered in the square, joined hands, and belted out cheerful carols with unsettling gusto. Grumple, expecting despair, instead found himself on the receiving end of an auditory assault of hope and unity. Now, according to his later confession, something inside him, quote, snapped, or maybe reattached, end quote, as his heart, long shriveled and dormant, began to actually grow. Or perhaps it was a cardiac event triggered by years of an all goat milk diet. Who's to say? Overcome with emotion or the existential dread that comes from realizing that you're the villain in a Hallmark special, Grumple loaded the stolen goods onto his sled and returned to Cheerstown. Now, eyewitnesses would describe his descent as, quote, somewhere between a redemption arc and a disaster in motion, end quote. He narrowly avoided crashing multiple times on his way down the peak. Upon arriving, Grumple fell to his knees, sobbing incoherently as he began unloading his loot. The townsfolk, in an act of either unparalleled forgiveness or deep collective denial, they embraced him. They even invited him to their feasts, where he carved the first slice of the beast, a privilege usually reserved for the mayor himself. Now, Grumple's case remains a legal oddity. Technically, he committed dozens of counts of burglary, grand theft, and property damage, but no charges were ever filed. Instead, the town rallied around him, citing his obvious change of heart as evidence of his rehabilitation. Grumple later opened a small business selling artisanal sleighs and goat milk-based skincare products, both of which have done very surprisingly well. Now, Cheerstown, however, was not taking any chances. Security systems were quietly installed in every home the following year, and the town's annual caroling now doubles as a neighborhood watch. The Peak Point Plunderer is now a folk hero of sorts in Cheerstown. He's a symbol of how even the most bitter and broken among us can find redemption, or at least decent PR. His story serves as a cautionary tale for would-be thieves and a reminder that the true spirit of Christmas isn't found under the tree. It's the psychological warfare you wage with relentless joy. Now, I will tell you, my friends, normally on my channel, the true crime stories are a little truer and a lot crimier, and sometimes a little spookier. But did you enjoy today's true crime tales as much as I enjoyed telling them to you? I sure hope that you did. I would like to pose this question to you. Do you recognize those stories? Do you remember those cases? If you do, speak up now in the live chat if you're here during the live premiere. And if you're not, please feel free to leave in the comments below where you heard these true crime tales before, and how long has it been since you heard them? I hope you enjoyed the stories, my friends. I really liked putting these together for you. It was a lot of fun. There are only a couple more things left to do together before our time here is done. So one of them is arguably a necessity, and the other one is kind of fun. Let's get the necessity out of the way. You guys, I need to get my nails did. Okay, cookies are done. Take them out. Sundown. Smells amazing. Let's see.
No, I still got it. I got to decorate.
No, I need. Watch out for the kitty.
Hi, kitty. No,
I need to see.
No.
Please.
Up here.
You know I can't.
Jump.
Let me see.
Really?
All right, you can surprise us. Okay, you guys. So, I'm going to be quite frank. I'm a little short on time for the time slot allotment situation, and this is something I wouldn't normally do, but it is requested of me a lot. So I guess I'm going to let you guys see my ratchet undid nails so that I can did them and you can did them with me. So let's get into it. Now, I know I got a busy background, so you're probably going to have a hard time seeing these suckers until I get them on my fingers. That's just the tough luck, my friends. It's Christmas season. We're going to put some more Christmas nails on. I had gingerbread cookie nails on, but now I'm going to have more Christmassy themed nails. I use... usually Temu has some pretty good nails. I just use these glue on, and I use brush on glue. Got this one from CVS. It's press on nail glue. And then I got this one from Sally's Beauty, brush on nail glue. Also, honestly, this pink one seems to work out better. And before we got into me embarrassing myself in front of all of you with my naked nails, one of the reasons I wear nails is not only so that that's more aesthetically pleasing in videos, but also because it helps protect my little brittle nails from breaking too much, generally, most of the time, sometimes. So yeah, I already picked the ones that were the appropriate size, so I already sized them. All I have to do is brush on some glue and rush through this process, because how embarrassing is this, and slap these puppies on. So here we go, and then you guys are going to get to watch me also probably misplace some and make some crooked. So I brushed the glue on, and I did file the top of my nails smooth, Got the old glue as off as possible and smoothed them down, cuticle oil, all the fun self-care stuff. And then I brush on the glue and I take the nail and I shove it down into just under the cuticle. Now I'm not trying to hurt myself, and I'm not hurting myself, but you do want it to go under the cuticle-y area here so that it does look more natural. I mean, fake nails are never going to look natural no matter what. Even if you get them done at a salon, they're not going to look completely natural after, at least after like day 1. And certainly not by like week 2. So the best you can do is try to get them, you know, as natural looking as possible. So I kind of do push it down under the cuticle-y area a little bit, and then I lay it flat and press, 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 press. I guess that's why they're called press-ons. I am so embarrassed that I can't even look at my nails except for when I'm brushing them. Otherwise, I'm kind of looking around the room when I'm pressing them on. I guess I think that if I don't look, you won't look. Yee. And you guys can thank Crafty-ish Kristen here on YouTube, who is coincidentally also going to be my partner in crime in January when we do our pink and black event, which, by the way, release papers, how cool are those? These are the holographic swirly ones. But yeah, you can thank Miss Crafty-ish Kristen for this wonderful, brilliant nail time sync idea for this video. Thanks, Kristen. Thank you. I have to wonder if she was serious about this as a time-filling idea, or if she legit was trolling me like I troll her. One will never know. I guess I won't know until like premiere time. I won't find this out for about 10 more days. Whether she was serious and this was a serious idea, or whether she's going to be like, ha ha ha, I can't believe you actually did that. I was just kidding. But here we are. Yeah, this brush on glue though, in all seriousness, literally takes seconds. Now sometimes with these more matte kind of painted nails, I think this is going to be one of them, sometimes there's for some reason an odd nail or two that just doesn't want to let the glue do its magic, and this might be one of them. We'll see. If during the rest of the video you see one of these puppies go flying, well then you'll know. Yep, that was the one. That was the one the glue didn't take. January 2025. Crafty-ish Kristen and I are getting together. We're teaming up, or we're duking it out. I don't know. But we're going to troll each other all month with a collaborative paint-along event called Pink and Black. And as you might be able to guess from this situation here and the name of the event, Pink and Black, the idea is to work on whips all month that are predominantly, but not exclusively if you don't want it to be. I'm going to be doing exclusively pink and black. And maybe white. Predominantly pink and black canvases. Obviously, there can be other colors involved, but the goal is, you know, mostly pink and black. We'd love to have you join us, so you can check out my channel, Dark and Creepy Diamond Painting. For more details, there is a video. You can't miss the thumbnail. It's real obvious which video is the information about the event video. And you can also check out Crafty-ish Kristen here on YouTube, a fellow diamond painter if you haven't heard of her, and check her channel out for details. I'm running low on the brush on glue, and it is about time for me to go stock up on some more. I have some credit on Amazon. I may try to get some from there and have it sent in bulk so I don't run out, because I was joking. I was like, yeah, you know, I'm probably gonna do this and watch me I'll run out of nail glue before I even get through the embarrassing experience of doing my nails on camera. And it looks like it's possible that actually could come to fruition. Oh, yippee, oh, skippy. I do believe there is or was or might be some pink and black canvases coming out at Raven Diamond Art. I saw some. I put some in my video. And Rokkari, I believe, has some, and there may be more coming out as well. I put some of those up in the video too as exemplars. I was going to say examples and exemplars, and it came out a whole new word. That's what we do around here when we're tired and blathering to ourselves, doing something embarrassing on camera. Make up words. Just pretend it was a real word. That's fine. I won't tell anybody. If you don't, I won't. Let's shake up this bottle a little bit and say a little holiday prayer that there's enough glue left in here. That would be really nice. You just need a thin layer, nothing like ridiculous. You put too much on and it's gonna like goosh out the sides and off the top, and just make a big crusty sticky mess. So you really just want a thin layer, just enough to get the job done. So do any of you like to do your own nails, get your nails done, do press on or acrylic, or like what is your nail game? What is your nail game? Are you like a au natural sort of person? We all know that this is pre-recorded, even though the chat is live, right? So this I'm talking to you from the past right now. And I'm probably listening to myself being an idiot too with you. So hi. But can anyone guess what time of day it is? I'll give you a hint. It's AM hours. So are we talking about sun is up AM, or are we talking about sun is down AM? Like, can you take a wild guess, friends? Whatever would be the first clue as to the time of day it might be. Is it possibly that middle of the night mushy is with you now, my friends? Thankfully, middle of the night mushy is occupied with this nail endeavor. Otherwise, she might be on the phone shopping, buying duplicates and triplicates of things she already has off of Temu. Oh my goodness. But yeah, these nails usually last me probably, depending on how rough I am with them, or how words are hard, or how careful, they usually last me about 2 weeks, generally speaking, if you take good care and you know, don't go just doing silly things with them, and you keep your nails clean and all that good stuff. They can last up to 2 weeks, which is, you know, about as long as the expensive salon ones. Oh, see, this table decor is so busy that for a second I lost the last nail. I'm like looking around like, oh my gosh, where did it go? It blended in with the holly berries because it's red, but it's right here. Found it. And now we're gonna put this on. Boop. Did we mess it up? I always mean to start pinkies first because it just for some reason is easier. My other fingers don't, like, it seems to go easier. I don't know, the nails don't seem to get in the way. It seems to be harder to put the pinkies on when I have the rest of the nails on. And I always mean to start pinkies first so I don't have these difficulties. But here we are. As you can see, I don't remember until it's too late, until I have trouble. Are you on? Because you acted like you didn't want to be on. I think it's on, but like I said, it'll be one of those things where if you see it go flying before the end of the video, you'll know. you'll know what happened. Well, that, my friends, was Mushy putting on a new set of nails. We went from gingerbread men to holiday festivity. And the last thing I want to do with you guys before we part ways is show you my latest work in progress completion. It is a holiday design. I absolutely love it, and I'm sure you'll love it too. Okay, so what I have before you guys is my latest whip completion. I can't wait to show you. It is totally holiday and on brand, and I'm in love. Wait, what's this?
Oh, I got the cookies done.
Ooh, bring it on in. Let's see.
Careful, because they're hot.
Okay. All right, go ahead and just put it down there. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm like way zoomed in. I'm sorry, you guys. Hold on 1 second. Let me zoom you out so you can, I don't know, actually see something. Ta-da! Much better. So here is our final whip completion of potentially of the year, definitely for the holidays. This is a Raven Diamond Art kit called Taste Testing. It was a 30 by 40 round drill, totally fun, had ABs in it, and I mean, spot on and totally perfect for the holidays. Wouldn't you agree? And here is the cookie Sundown made us. Oh my gosh, see, traditional holiday time goodie snack, a gingerbread man. I mean, yay, traditional cookie to go along with our traditional painting. And as you can see, our crafts are here and the nails are here, and you can kind of see everything that we did together tonight. So thank you so much for hanging out with us. I had a great time. I hope you did too. And again, if you enjoyed your time here, please do come check me out at Dark and Creepy Diamond Painting here on the Tubis of Ubis. And also, definitely come check me and Crafty-ish Kristen out in January for our Pink and Black Paint Along event. And with that, my friends, we're done here. And until next time, stay naughty.